Hey, 265 Chevy, a 2-car garage. What's up, fellas? I'm gonna tell you all a happy 4th. How's everything going? I haven't made a video in a while, probably about a month. I think the last I looked up at it was about a month. But been really busy, been sick. Can't get over got some freaking kind of bug that won't leave me alone. Had a sinus infection about 2-3 weeks ago, got rid of it and got it right back. So I'm dealing with that issue. But just want to make a little video. I know I haven't made one, so just want to make one. Well, I got everything up in order. I got all my stuff. It's kind of hard to see on my new cabinet. You know, got it all up in order. I even got some empty shelves up there. And then cleared all that out. You know, I got all my paint together on those 2 shelves. Got all my air grinders and air chisels and all that other stuff, and paint guns and everything up in there, and all the paint supplies up in there. So got that done. It's a little hour here, hour there. Move that right here. Put all my oil and all my car cleaning stuff all on the bottom. All my paint cans. Oh yeah, gonna need this too. All that. Got got a nice little crafting box. Put all my drill bits and all metal kind of cutting tools and stuff like that up in there. You know, I got some drill bits up in there right there. But this is going to be a part 1 of the T5 transmission. So I figured the first part, I mean, I'm gonna try to show everything, but it's gonna be, you know, week here, week there, or whatever, because I'm still working on the kitchen. Been working on that too, here and there. Not really, I'm not gonna say a lot gotten done to it. There's some stuff that's gotten done, but you know, with life and everything else, and work and being sick and all kind of other stuff, it just, you know, it is what it is. But this is the T5. Came out of my '94 Firebird. Put it back together. I think y'all seen that last time y'all saw my other video that it was apart. Well, I've never done any one of these, so kind of way I do things when I don't really know what I'm doing. It's kind of like I take it apart, kind of put it back together using the old parts, just to see if I can get it back to work, you know, get it back together and get it to work, you know, which, you know, it does. You know, it switches in first, second, third, fourth, you know, all that good stuff. So, plus I wanted to put it back together. If I was going to do a video on it, I want to show the video of taking it apart. And the way these videos are going to go is, I guess, part 1A. But this is really part 1. So I want to show you all the tools that you need to do a transmission like this. Kind of show taking it apart. We're going to rebuild the bottom end, replacing bearings and all kind of stuff like that. And then we're going to rebuild the top shaft. And then the last part, well, actually what we're going to do is we're going to rebuild the bottom end. We're going to put the bottom end back together. We're going to leave the top shaft completely together until we get to that point to take it apart and put it back together. But of course all this needs to be washed and cleaned and all that other good stuff. Hold on a second, I'm going to put y'all down for a second. Sorry about that, fellas. Sorry about the shaky cam. But and we, you know, and then we'll fix the top shaft, put all that back together. Then we'll make a few videos of putting the whole transmission back together, and stuff like that. And you know, I'll do part 1, part 2. I know there's a couple of guys that ask me to make a videos of it when I do it. Okay. First of all, I went out and I bought the rebuilding kit. The kit comes with everything: bearings, synchronizers, all the little parts, you know, all those little sleeve, you know, bearings. Oh, I think I said bearings. All those little bearings. ATV gasket maker. What you call this darn thing? You know, whatever. You know, it goes in the front. Goes right over here. You know, the seal. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. The seal. So it comes with everything. This costs about $412. Plus it comes with a video. So I'll put the video in my computer and pretty much watch it as I'm rebuilding it. Got this right here. This is a siphon gun, and pretty much what I saw a guy on YouTube do. He took a can of mineral spirits, he stuck the tube into the mineral spirits, hooked it up to the gun, hooked it up to his air compressor. He soaked down his part, what he was doing, the engine, soaked down his part, and then he used that gun to blow it all off. It looked like it came out of a cleaner from like a transmission shop or a motor shop. You know, I mean, it really looked good. Did a real good job. Bought this at Harbor Freight. You know, so got to do that. These are the kind of tools that you're going to need to rebuild that transmission. You're going to need a 10 millimeter socket, 13 millimeter socket, and a 15 millimeter socket. That's one of the first things you're going to need. You're going to need some pliers, some ring pliers. These is for those outer rings. And these ones with the rings with the little holes in them, snap rings. You only have one snap ring that holds the 5th gear in place, and then all the other rings are used with this pliers. This plier right here came from Sears. It wasn't too expensive, maybe 10 bucks, something like that. But you're going to need this plier also. Another thing you're going to need, which I went and bought and put together, is this 2-ton jack, well, 20-ton jack. You know, got it all nice and balanced. You know, either way, put it all together. The only thing I don't have for it, I have everything to rebuild this transmission. The only thing I don't have is the pipes or whatever I need to push out these bearings. So I'm gonna have to try find some stuff around here, or maybe go to a metal place and just buy a few pieces of pipe or whatever and cut them to size and then use that. I'll try to use some the old bearing race that comes out of here. You know, you cut off the bearing itself, and I'll show you that in a video. You cut off the bearing itself, and then you can use the race, the old race, to push on the new race without damaging the new race. Okay, you're going to need a punch set, a chisel, oh man, a pin punch set, and I think the punch that you need is a 3/16. So if you have that, then you don't need none of these others. A chisel set would be good too, because you have a sleeve that goes up in here, and the sleeve needs to be pushed out, and I think you use a chisel for that. So you need a punch set. Also, you're going to need a dial indicator, and then you're going to need a magnetic base. And then you're gonna need that for your in and out play. Forgot the name of it, what it's called, blah blah blah. You know, but it's, you know, it's in and out. You know, the move. And also, you're gonna need a digital caliber because there's shims that go behind here, and there's shims that go behind. There's a ring up in here that has shims on there, and you gotta put the shims on there, and and they give you shims in the different size shims. Where they at? They're around here somewhere. They give you a pretty good amount. Oh yeah, there they are. A pretty good amount of shims, so you can try to get the right shim to correct your end play. That's the word I'm looking for, end play. So you need that. You're also going to need, well, it's around here, to take out your bearing. You're going to need your bearing puller set, you know, bearing puller separator. So you're going to need that. Have a couple of different sizes. Got this from Harbor Freight. It's not really that expensive, you know, just to do what you got to do. Also, you really don't need this, but I do it because if I'm going to rebuild something, I'm going to try to rebuild it the right way. You can use a tap and die set. I don't recommend doing that, because when you use a tap and die set, I know a lot of people uses it, but when you use a tap and die set, the tap actually cuts new threads as you putting them in. A thread chaser, it's a little bit different. It's the same size, but if you see the grooves, let me see if I can get that right up in there. Let's see if I can go right here. You see those grooves? Now what that does is actually when you thread the chaser into the threads, and you're going up and down, it gets all the dirt and stuff comes out through these grooves. So you're not really cutting new threads. So you know, it's a good idea to do that so you can get a good torque. Now really the only bolts that you're really torquing are these, and I think they're only 20 foot-pounds. And I think these are like, I think these are 20 foot-pounds, and these might be 15. I might be wrong, but these are the ones that you're torquing. So you're really not doing a lot of torquing on this transmission. So I mean, it's, you know, but it's good to have. Some other things you're going to need. You're going to need Permatex sleeve retainer. Like I said before, there's a sleeve right here, and you push out that sleeve. Now there's no groove or nothing in there, so the sleeve just pushes back in. You put the sleeve retainer on it so it bonds the two metals together, and you know, makes a nice tight fit. Also, some thread sealant. Got some Permatex thread sealant. You have some, I think these two right here goes through the case, so you need to put some Permatex thread sealant. It's just good to put them on all of them. Or you can use, if you don't want to use that, you can use the black ATV. The black ATV is actually the gasket that you use. There's no gasket that comes with this. All on here, 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 and here, you use ATV gasket seal. So these are the kind of tools that you need if you really want to do this. The kind of tools you need to get to do the T5 transmission. This right here I got from Harbor Freight. It regular is $154. I got it cheaper, but it's a nice little unit. I like it. Takes a little room in my shop, but that's all right. Got the Chevelle clean, all cleaned out. That's all cleaned out. Firebird, wiped it down. Got that all clean. So I've been doing some work down here, not a lot, but some. But my motto down here now, like I said in my other video, everything I do now is is on the Firebird. After, you know, I wanted to get all that organization, put that shelving up and stuff like that, which is all done. So the T5 transmission is the first thing. I already got the brand new clutch and stuff right there, all ready to go in. I already got the flywheel already turned. So I mean, I've been getting a lot of stuff together, you know, and that all costs money, and you gotta save a little bit here and a little bit there until you get enough to do it. So, oh yeah, and here's something else that you're gonna need. I use this. You can use whatever you want, but you gotta. This has got automatic transmission fluid. So when you're putting it back together, you're gonna want to grease it up with automatic transmission fluid. You are going to need a little wheel bearing grease in some locations, so you're going to need that also, which, you know, I have. I use wheel bearing grease. I don't use lithium grease. I think I have both. Yeah, got wheel bearing grease and lithium grease. So you need that also. So I figured I'd make this part one. So, you know, I think everybody should know what the kind of stuff that they need. This is just I think it's the reverse slider. Mine was bad. If I can get it out the box. My reverse slider was going bad. So I bought this at the same time as I bought the kit. And that's the reverse slider. First and second. So that's brand new. And also, there is one other thing you're going to need. It's good to a file, a nice long file. When you take this off, you know, you file the surface on here, 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 and here, on here, 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 and here. Clean all the surfaces off, file them, make sure they're nice and flat, and you can do it on top too. I'm not going to show rebuilding the top part of this case right here. Mine's good, so I'm not going to take it apart, you know, just to go ahead and show how to rebuild it, but it's pretty straightforward. But on my next video, when I actually start tearing it down, I'll give you the names of where I got this stuff from. Also, I'll give you the name of some other places where I saw some pretty good videos. Like I said, they gave you a video on DVD when you bought the kit. But there are some other videos out there. I think it's Auto Resto Mod. They did a T5 for Mustang, and it's pretty much the same thing. And that was a good video. It's, you know, 2 parts, and I think he did it with you know, under 2 hours. And he took it apart, and put it back together pretty quickly. So if anything I miss, I'll try to put it all together in another video. I don't know when I'm gonna get to this, but you know, start tearing it down. I'll set up the camera and try to do a little. This is not a how-to for sure. You know, this might be a how-to not to do it. You know, I'm learning as I go. I've never rebuilt one of these, so I wouldn't. I mean, I'll show you what's inside of it. I'll show you what I do, what I'm going to do. Definitely not a how-to. You know, just something that you can look at and maybe, you know, maybe teach me something. I don't know. But that's about it, fellas. I mean, I did some work in the kitchen today. Got a little bit done. Kind of tired. You know, still don't feel all that great, but you know, still trying to get something done. So hopefully Oh, one more thing before I forget. I want to thank Astric. I think that's how you say your name. Maybe I'm wrong. He made a video of it and I still can't say it. But Second Chance Garage, he's doing that Camaro. He's doing a great job on it. He's a guy like all of us, starting from scratch. Go check him out. Give him a good shout out, you know. I mean, you know, doing a lot of grinding, putting in new floor pans, and he's really trying to do it right. You know, but he's like all of us, you know, we trying to learn as we go, and you know, trying to learn from each other. And you know, definitely need to go check him out. And another, I'll give a shout out to somebody else that y'all really might like to see. His name is Swillings. He's got a cool dog. Go gets his beer. He's doing a Le Mans, like a GTO. I don't know if it is a GTO or it is a Le Mans. I think it's a Le Mans. He's got a Trans Am. Good channel. Guy knows his stuff. He's really good, real particular. You know, so those are two people that if y'all need to go check out. And oh yeah, and the Old Time Garage. You know, that's another group of guys that does some phenomenal work, really good work. They do all kind of 40s, 50s, 60s, whatever. He's really into hot rods. You can learn a lot from him. He's got his number. He's up in Canada. So all you Canada guys, if y'all don't feel like doing it, man, I would think that's a good shop to bring it to. But I think he's outside of Ontario, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be wrong. But I don't want to make this too long because it's a video. It's really a video of nothing. You know, it's got a little content, but not much. But y'all have a good one, fellas. Y'all take it easy. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your 4th. You know, thank the soldiers for doing what they do for us, for giving us our independence. And that's about it, really. Not too much else. Later, fellas. Y'all take it easy. Bye.